A video was posted talking about the awful performance of popular YouTuber Joseph Carlson, and Joseph Carlson got angry and actually got that YouTuber to apologize. And in today's video, we're going to go ahead and talk about that. You guys already know what it is. Whenever there's drama in the finance space, you want the scoop, you come over to this channel, baby. Y'all know what time it is. Here we go. And this guy is actually a friend of the channel, too. Shout out to him. His name is Staccato. Let me go ahead and just show you guys kind of what's going on here. So if we look right here, I guess I'll show you the first thing. So Staccato made this video right here that says, as a matter of fact, I have it right here. Yep, right here. Staccato made this video right here that says Joseph Carlson's portfolio is in trouble. Now, the thumbnail says portfolio down 20%. However, it originally looked like this right here. It originally looked like this. The thumbnail said portfolio down minus 60%. Now, again, Staccato didn't necessarily say that his portfolio was down 60%, but he did put it in the thumbnail. And then he changed it, and he put 30%. And Joseph Carlson was very upset with that. As a matter of fact, we're going to look at the YouTube comment first. He actually commented on this on his After Hours page, because he has two pages. He got the Joseph Carlson thing, and he's got the Joseph Carlson After Hours. And, yeah, so he said this. Joseph Carlson After Hours said, appreciate the reaction video and commentary, but is there any reason to have the wrong percentage in huge bold text on the thumbnail? The Story Fund has $148,000 of invested capital and is at a value of $119,000. That's minus 20% in the red, a far cry from minus 60% the thumbnail has. And at no time ever has the portfolio been anywhere close to that far in the red. Now, you guys can see this is a very new story because this comment was posted 2 hours ago. Like, this literally is just happening. So Staccato, oh, he said this. Joseph Carlson said, was this just to get more clicks? Why post the incorrect returns on the thumbnail? Staccato says, thanks for highlighting this, Joseph, and it has been corrected. I am sorry. Now, the Twitter part is where it actually gets very, very interesting. Because I told you guys, these stock gurus are very sensitive. It's crazy how sensitive these people are. Bro, you have 200 something thousand subscribers. You let a guy with 10,000 subscribers get you so upset that you comment on this video, then you make an entire Twitter thread about it. It's like these guys are such crybabies. It's like, dude, it's not that serious, at least in my opinion. So Joseph Carlson then proceeds to post a tweet basically saying the same thing. And he basically just says, you know, but then the video doesn't get no clicks, so he apparently doubled it to minus 60%. Wow. And then we scroll down. Joseph Carlson continues to speak about it. He says, imagine being so desperate for clicks that you have to lie about others' performance and literally just make up numbers out of thin air. He is really upset about this. It's crazy. So now Staccato replied, and he said, hi, Joseph. Thank you for highlighting my mistake, and I have changed it. I'm sorry. So he apologizes, and he changes the mistake. Shout out to Staccato, a class act right there, obviously. And then Joseph Carlson posts this. He says, thank you, just posted an update. And then he says right here, we'll click on it. He says, update. He apologized and changed the thumbnail to be accurate, which I appreciate. Apology accepted. Time to move on. It's just so petty. It really is, guys. Yeah, then there's just more of just Joseph Carlson just commenting on it. My honest opinion of it is I think it's petty. I mean, I'm fine with Staccato apologizing, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think the main point of Staccato's video, we're going to scroll up here. I think the main point is he's criticizing Joseph Carlson's portfolio. And I want to make it very clear, folks, just because his portfolio is down 20% doesn't mean that he's still not doing bad. I mean, sure, he's not down 60, 70% like some of these other YouTube clowns. And don't get me wrong, Joseph Carlson is not the best of the YouTube finance, but he's definitely not the worst. I definitely wouldn't consider Joseph Carlson to be a grifter or anything like that. Last time I checked, I think his Patreon is like $5, $10, you know, and his stock picks are okay. They're not great. You know, he definitely has a problem with buying at certain valuations. There's definitely some critiques, but he's not the worst of the worst. However, what I want people to understand is I do not think that buying this guy's Patreon is a good idea either. And I'm going to go ahead and explain to you guys why. So here's the trick, right? And again, these YouTube gurus, they always do the little tricks here. Because in Joseph Carlson's response, he says, you're making it seem like I'm down 60%, but I'm only down 20. Sure, he may have exaggerated a little bit, but the key fact here, Joseph, is that you are still significantly underperforming the S&P 500. That's the key here. And for me personally, if these stock gurus can't at least come close to the S&P 500, why are you following them? Why are you taking their stock picks? why are you in their Patreon? Why are you paying them for financial advice? That's my main thing here. Because here's the deal, folks. If his portfolio is down 20%, and I hope it ain't down 20% year to date. I really hope so, because the S&P 500 is up year to date. So if he's down 20% year to date, that's really bad. But let's just assume this 20% is just for the year. Fine. We're going to go to the S&P 500. And we're going to see how the S&P 500 is doing for the past year. So we look at the S&P 500 right here for the past year. It is down 8%. So regardless, even if you're arguing, hey, I'm only down 20%, not 30 or 60%, that's a lie. Joseph Carlson, sir, you are still significantly underperforming the S&P 500. Translation, sir, your portfolio is getting absolutely, positively murder, she wrote. Murder, she wrote. Murder, she wrote. Murder, she wrote. Your portfolio is down. You're getting destroyed, man. So it's just like, it's just petty to me, you know? And again, shout out to Staccato. You know, he stepped up. He said whatever. Let me go ahead and see what else. See, I wanted to highlight this part right here, because this is the stuff that I'm talking about. I definitely think Joseph Carlson deserves criticism because of insane stuff like this. Why Netflix $900 per share will happen. Now, I have no idea when you said this. Matter of fact, we'll click on the video and find out. Let's see. It looks like he said this. Hold on. February 22nd of 2021. He said, this is why I believe Netflix will reach a value of at least $900 per share by the year 2025. This is absolutely insane to say something like that. And I don't remember when exactly he bought Netflix. Maybe we can skim through and find it real quick. But I know he bought some stocks at some really crazy valuations. And again, I want to make it very clear. There's nothing wrong with being a bad investor. There are a lot of bad investors. And I also want to make it clear, too. A lot of people think that I'm being condescending or I'm trying to say I'm a better investor than these guys. No, I'm not. I'm simply advocating for the S&P 500 here. I'm saying that what is the point of following these guys when you're going to significantly underperform the S&P 500 anyway, which is literally what this guy's doing. He's down 20%. The S&P is down 8%. Significant. That's a 12% difference you could have got had you just invested in the S&P 500. And I guarantee you, if we look over the longer term, his portfolio is probably down even more. Like if we look at like his 2-year, 3-year return, it's probably even worse, because I don't really watch Joseph Carlson. However, I do watch some videos. I've been following it a little bit to know. Like I remember him talking about like Amazon at a high valuation, Netflix. You know what Joseph Carlson is? He's the type of person where he's not an absolute degenerate. That's why I said he's not one of the worst on YouTube Finance. Like, he's not out here buying Palantir and AMC and all this, and Enphase, I'm sorry, Matterport and all this crazy stuff. He's not one of those people. However, he finds really good companies like an Amazon or a Microsoft, and he literally buys them at the top. Like, basically the top. Like, he basically bought Netflix at the top. Like, make no mistake about it, folks. Like, and then he had a video saying why Netflix will go to $900 per share. And, you know, it's just stuff like that. That's really my main issue with him. And I don't even want to say that I necessarily have a real big issue with him, because, again, I really don't think he's the worst of the worst. But my main problem is this guy is selling like a little, you know, not a course, but like a Patreon. Let me go look in the description real quick, see if I can find it. Yeah, see right here. He's selling like a Patreon. I think it's like $5, $10. Yeah, it's $10 a month. I don't even think that's worth it, to be honest. I know people love to be a part of communities, and you guys can do whatever you want with your money, but I just try to do the best that I can to help you guys make the most amount of money possible. And we've already seen the absolute annihilation that these YouTube gurus have caused with many of their followers if you compare to the returns of the S&P 500. So, yeah, interesting that he got Staccato to apologize. Again, shout out to Staccato. I'm a fan of the channel. I'm subscribed to him. He's cool. And but overall, though, I think the main issue that I have with the whole thing is, one, this guy's super sensitive. Who cares what a guy with 10,000 subscribers has to say about you? You have almost 300,000 subscribers. Like, come on, dude. You guys, this sensitivity in the finance space needs to stop. It's ridiculous. Like, anybody can't, it's like people can't hold people accountable. And it's like in the finance space, you need that, because there's so much scams, frauds, degeneracy, foolishness. And I'm not calling Joseph Carlson any of that, but my point is, there's just a lot of just evil in the finance space. And it's very unfortunate that whenever we call it out, the sensitive people get upset with us, or they threaten to sue, or they talk about us, or like it's just like, dude, just accept the criticism and keep it going. You're on a public platform, you're a public figure, people are going to say things about you. And again, the thumbnail being down 60%, I personally just don't really think it's that big of a deal. Now, if you're arguing that that's hurting your business, fine. But overall, Joseph Carlson, you are still significantly underperforming the SP 500. And I will be willing to bet money that over the long term, you, me, Kevin, Jeremy, whoever, none of you finance gurus, none of you fake finance gurus are ever going to outperform the SP 500 over the long term. Maybe you'll have a lucky year. Maybe if we have another bubble, you might. Congratulations. But over the long term, these guys are not going to perform the SP 500. So what does that mean? Does that mean you can't do individual stock picking? No, you can do whatever the heck you want. But it is important to understand that unless you're willing to dedicate like 5 to 6 hours a day or more to individual stock picking, and even if you do that, you're probably still not going to beat the market. So overall, the main point of this video is stop listening to these fake gurus and just buy the SP 500. All right, folks. Hopefully you guys got something out of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.